Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Airships Lost Flotilla. Today's beverage is a fairly neutral, however very refreshing, locally foraged pine needle infusion. So welcome back to Airships Lost Flotilla. In a previous series of videos we were checking out the demo and looking at the individual vessels. So the battleship, the aeroplane, the copter, the at the time quite overpowered science vessel and the cruiser. Yeah, I think the suspendium cannons have been tuned and turned down a little bit. It was very fun, but I can understand the alterations there. Either way, I wasn't really going to bother with any more of the demo, but there's been an update. This is version 2.5, and among other things, there's now like a ally system, a reputation system, and a main map where you can choose the type of enemies you face to sort of tailor what you're able to fight based on the vessel that you have. And speaking of vessels, there's a new one called the Corvette. It's got very low HP at 8. If we compare that to the cruiser of 12, yeah, it's getting down. Speed is okay, 350, which is faster than the cruiser, but not as fast as the copter. Turn rate is very good at 240, but its main takeaway is that although it's only got a deck gun, it does have 50% XP gain. However, you may not see that in your version, and to unlock the Corvette, you need to use magic. Yes, that sentence was said. Okay, over on the top right here, we've got these magic symbols, and they are randomly positioned, but when you select the right combination, you will get an unlock. So the code for this, which has been shared to me, is, I don't even know how to describe it. Let's say 2 circles on the right with some connecting lines. We then want, for the second symbol, a top left circle and a bottom right circle, again connected with one line. And then the final one is a bottom left circle, top left circle and the top right circle with connection lines and a semicircle in the middle. And if you press that, you will get the Corvette unlocked. If there's any other code that I find, I will follow up on that one. But that's the Corvette unlocked, and well, we're going to give this one a go. For the captain, I think we're going to go with Zoe Davies, which is reduction in fire rate by 10%, but 50% accuracy. So Clockwork Wasps, we've versed these before, so we know really what we're up against here. But obviously the issue with this vessel is that although it's got a very small surface area footprint, I don't know what you would call it, but it's quite a small vessel. It's very maneuverable. You can see we can literally run rings around these guys and pick up all of the drops, which is fine, but if it gets swarmed, it's well, you're not going to have a good time, put it that way. So we need to leverage our advantages here. So we are obviously maneuverable, we are also quicker, and the deck gun, although it's not great, it's got a very good fire rate. So yeah, let's see what we can do. Naturally, this is all about the crew being experienced, because we gain bonuses in experience. So we need to basically get whatever experience we can, and also, hang on, can I pick that one up? Yes, I can. Yeah, we need to get whatever experience we can and work on probably like extra fire rate and crew training and things like that. Anyway, we have survived the wave, and we have now got enough money and experience to get some unlocks here. So, we've got cannons, grape shot cannons, fire points, scavenger hooks, and scavenger nets. I'm going to pick up scavenger nets and indeed hooks. If we really increase our pickup rate early on, it'll hopefully help us out in the long term. We do have a fire point, which is a firefighting speed bonus of 40%, but it does cost money. I don't particularly want any of the cannons, and I don't really want to refresh. You know what I think? 10% HP, but minus 20% stun chance. That's resilience. I mean, extra HP is good for a vessel like ours. Let's go for the next one. This is where we've got the map. So we start on the left, and we can choose our path. So we've got cultists, which is fight past enemy forces. You get weapons, modules, upgrades, and trainings at the end of that. Wreckers, which is enforce order. If we do that, we gain experience, and we get reputation with the Law and Order people, and the Clockwork Wasps, which is just, well, we fought those. We're going to go with Wreckers, and, like I say, we'll travel there. It'll say sometimes, after the name of it, whether the fight is easy or it's hard. This one, it didn't say anything. But once you gain reputations with people, you can start to get like allies and such, and which will help you out in certain fights. And the problem is that with our vessel, if we get hit with one of these bombs, yeah, we get set on fire, and well, that's suboptimal for our condition. So I'm just doing some sort of donuts around here and trying to get all these guys taken out while also trying to gather up all of this stuff that's been dropping. But luckily we have that obviously unlock as well now. We've got an extra pickup rate, and the problem is with these guys, we can't actually outspeed them. No, we can't. Oh, hang on, bombs away, bombs away. Let's come back this way, we'll collect these up. Yeah, we can't, we're not faster than them, are we? No. I was going to use outspeed them again, but that actually isn't really a proper sentence. But anyway, we're going to continue on and get to the end and job done. Okay, so we've did 492 damage with an 88% accuracy. Okay, well, immediately I'm seeing a suspendium cannon. I'm going to lock that. I want that in my life. Let's go with gunnery training. There's also overloaded weapons, which is reduction in fire rate, but extra damage and explosion damage per armor. Don't think we really need that. We go with resilience again. Extra HP. Why not? And I really don't need the flamethrower. Let's go to the next wave. So we got pirates, which is hard. Defend the workshop. The reward is a grape shot cannon. Pretty good, but I don't want it. Or anarchists. Fight past enemy forces. I'm going to go with the anarchists. So they've got these little skyboat things, and I think they just do... Do they actually fire? Or is it just ram into you? Oh, yeah, they do fire. They've got grenades. That's alright. We can outmaneuver them pretty easily. And move around like this. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so I don't think this is going to be any big challenge, but as always, if you get it wrong, you know, one wrong move, we get hit with a bomb or a couple of bombs and get set on fire. That is, yeah, it's game over if you get too many. So there, for example, that was 3 damage in total. So we can take 3 of those if we're lucky. So I'm just doing sort of circles around here. Let's pick this up, shall we? Oh, I steered directly into that. That was on me, that one. Oh, we've got 2. 3. Luckily we put the fire out. No multiple stacks of the fire. And there we go. Okay. So, first things first, I have to get the suspendium cannon. This is good. Jury rigging. Reduction in weapon upgrade cost by 25%, but 10% accuracy reduction. Don't need that. Helmsman. Reduction in hit radius, but extra turn speed. I don't think we need that, but the engineer might be good. Extra repair speed, but 10% weapon upgrade cost. I'm going to get that as a bit of a safety net for us. And I may lock navigation training and turn speed. Next wave, we've got either clockwork wasps or clockwork wasps. The first one is gather samples for a mad scientist. We get 100% scrap value and plus 1 reputation with a mad scientist. Or if we got the other one, it's just hard. But we also get basic training. Defend the town. I'm going to go with... If we go here, then we have to fight cultists. But we can get the Navy to help us. Whereas the other one, it's sky urchins. Yeah, I think we're going to go with the wasps. As opposed to the wasps. Alright, so... Suspendium cannon. When we had these set up before, it was... It was less balanced, I think. And we had 2 of them. And we had them maxed out. And it was so fun. I mean, it can't have been that good because we did, you know, lose the fight. But I think that might have been on me anyway. Not piloting things correctly. Helmsman error. So, yeah. Instant change in how this vessel plays with that thing. We can stay a bit further away from them, take them out, and then get closer when we need to pick up our loot. I'm gonna head this way and around and through, and you can see because of the it's getting a bit troublesome now because of how much there was. Suspendium cannon, 98% accuracy. Pretty good. Okay. Steel armor. Oh, +1 armor and minus 10% speed. I'm going to lock that. I do fancy that. We're going to go with Aerial Academy. Oh, extra 60% XP gain. Let's double down on all of that. Let's go with all the experience stuff. Helmsman training, we are going to not refresh. No, next wave, cultists. So, it says, help the local navy disperse the cultists. Allies is a navy corvette. And what happens is we have extra 100% experience, plus 1 law and order reputation, minus 1 with cultists. However, we can go for just fight past the enemy force, weapons modules, upgrades, trainings, and escorts. I think we're just going to help the law and order to defeat the cultists. So you can see the law and order here. They have these little skyboats to help us out. Let's go ahead and take out the defensive modules there, because it's really good to take those out, because you gain decent drops off that one. So if I see one, I'm heading towards it, and there we go, just altering our course and speed. Let's see if we can find any more of those. The thing was firing over here. Oh, hang on, wait, we've got some drops. That's the problem with the suspendium cannon. The long range nature of it means that you're going to have a lot of these drops just scattered all over the place. But you know, it is what it is. Ow, okay. So we hit once. We didn't get set on fire, which is good to know, but we did lose some HP. Here is a... Oh, that is a... Interesting. That was one of those floating platforms inside that rock, which induces vulnerability. There you are. So let's head over here. See if we can get the last remaining ones of these. And there we go, job done. Right, so we have a flame skyboat, sets enemies on fire. Doctrine Brutality, 3% fire rate per vulnerable enemy. We don't have any vulnerable enemies, nor anywhere to make them vulnerable. We can, however, upgrade the deck gun for either more damage and accuracy for the gyroscopic deck gun, or faster reloads. Feels like the suspendium cannon's going to be... Yeah, we want to go with the suspendium cannon. Like, that's our long range, so we don't really need extra range and accuracy, although, to be fair, that will complement the suspendium cannon. 350 range is supposed to... What's a 0.4 second reload? I'm going to go with a faster reload. Oh, 3 rounds a second? That's pretty good. Right. Defense training. Reduction in fire rate, but -1 enemy border damage. Metallurgy, extra damage. That's a module. Don't think I need that. I'm going to refresh. Stand your ground. When stopped, increased fire rate. But we're not going to stop. That's the whole point with this thing. Fire safety training. Reduction in fire rate, but minus damage from fire. I'm going to refresh that again. What's that? Bladed ram? Maybe not. Doctrine Fleet Command. It's pretty good. And to be honest, what's also pretty good is the Mercenary Corvette. Large escort that requires 20 money each level. I'm going to pick that. I'm going to lock it, should I say. Going to go with firefighting speed and next wave. So we've got Clockwork Cubes, hard. Defend the pirate base. We gain +1 reputation with pirates. Or the cultists, which is help the navy again or do it ourselves. I'm going to help the navy again. We seem to be having a nice narrative with helping out the navy. So, let's continue on. You see the navy vessels do their own thing. You know, they'll just head towards enemies and take it out. But they also... They're not, like... they're not under your command, but they will get what you're about. So they'll head roughly in the right direction. So if we, like, charge these things, they're going to help us out. But I also think there's a nice touch as well. That these things, these floating platforms, they're not actually locked. You can see they're getting hit, and the effect of them getting hit, it means that they do they move around a bit. Nice little touch there. I'm guessing if there's going to be maybe more mechanics in the future about maybe moving things forward and back and pushing and pulling. Wonder if grappling is going to be a thing. That was always fun in airships. So like could grapple them and drag them round, maybe turn them to our... Oh yeah, that's what I'd want actually. A way to board them, then turn them to us, and then we'll drag them around. Anyway, What have we got here? Close quarters. Damage taken in the last 6 seconds. Increase in fire rate and experience gain. Don't know about that one. Careful aim. Reduction in range by 10%, but increased damage by 20%. I'm going to pick that. I think that's pretty good. Alchemist. Extra explosion damage and range. We don't really bother with it. I think we're going to refresh that to see what else we've got. Reduction fire rate. Damage from fire. We've got Scavenger Hub. Oh, so that is a module. Extra scrap value, but also extra range. That is useful. We're going to pick that. Okay, let's go to refresh again. Extra accuracy, why not? We'll refresh again. Engineer training. Extra repair speed. Maybe? Yeah, go on. Alright. Clockwork Wasps, easy. Plunder Hive Remnant. Alright. So fairly easy then. We are on our own on this one, with this, so... Oh, that's a cloud. It says, extinguishes fires but decreases accuracy, or is it visibility? Visibility. Well, as there's no, as far as I can tell, stealth mechanics in the game, I don't think it really matters. So I'm just going to drive straight towards our opponents, really. Our deck gun is... Well, it's only a standard deck gun, but it does the job quite nicely. Once again, the suspendium cannon is dictating my direction of travel. Wherever it's firing, I pretty much align to, and and follow that here. I'm tempted to see just how effective this deck gun is, but then again, we still only have 10 health. We should improve it over the 8 we started with, but I mean, for reference, the battleship starts with 18. So, a plate of armor. Repaired in the last 6 seconds, you get 3 armor. We got that Corvette, which is 300. We're just off being able to get that. I'm going to go next wave. So we can either go with pirates, defend a cult site. We gain +1 reputation with a cultist, but we're at -2. That's never going to happen. Engineers. Help the local navy seize a workshop, allies, navy corvette, and navy corvette, and we get cheap escorts. Or we can try and fight it ourselves. Reward is engine tune-up. Oh, that's sky urchins. Or, yeah, engineers or sky urchins. We don't really need extra law and order. I like the idea of engine tune-up as a free thing. Shame you can't see what it actually does. It'd be nice if you could see it. Cheap escorts. Escorts expensive. No, let's go with cheap. So, this is the base. And, oh, it's, there's more than one. The main takeaway, though, is that, frankly, these are new enemies, aren't they? Oh, okay. They're armed with, like, railguns or something. Oh, okay, this is bad. Oh, got some tentacles. Okay. So, yeah, so these guys are armed with, like, laser weapons, but they're quite long range. So, I don't want to be tackling those on my own. I think there was another base over here, was there? I don't know. All I know is that our escorts can deal with this, and so can the suspendium cannon. So I'm going to do this and quickly go away, because I actually want to get myself the scrap that I think is up here. There's loads of scrap that's just going to be lying around. I call it scrap. I don't know whether it's experience or whatever, but oh yeah, we can't be dealing with any of that. And we're going to get put in the corner, although our escorts are doing pretty good. I aborted the mission on that one. I really wanted to go in between them and get all of the stuff on the other side, but yeah, that's not happening. Alright, okay, Mercenary Corvette has dropped to 180. We're going to pick up that. And we've also got a triplane, which is armed with a little light Gatling gun. Do I need that in my life? I'd rather have a... I mean, this is pretty much us. We're like cloning ourselves. Makes enemies vulnerable for the spotter plane. Triplane armed with a light Gatling gun. I'm fairly sure you can upgrade that. Oh yeah, you can upgrade that as a heavy one as well. Do we need to make them vulnerable? I think we might go with that, and I think you can give them rockets. Yeah, stun grenades or pathfinder, increase ship turn rate. Yeah, we don't need that. Refresh. We've got a skyboat with a deck gun, extinguisher. We've got extra gather range, but reduction in speed. I'm going to pick that one up. And going to pick up the helmsman and next wave. So, anarchists, hard, defend the site. We don't have a choice, do we? We just have to deal with that. Okay. But, luckily, we've got now a little fleet with us. We have a little fleet. So we've got the plane that's making things vulnerable. And we've got our corvette that's... Well, put it this way, I don't know how any of the crew are not throwing up because the way it's lurching around, they've all got whiplash. It's like doing it. It's ridiculous. Anyway, it says this was difficult, and it may be, but hopefully we're... Oh, what's that? Is that a repair? I'm sure that's a repair bay. Yeah, decreases fire rate, but repairs. Oh, hang on, this is bad. This is bad. I've got caught in the middle of all of these, and right, I think we've managed to get out of that. I'm going to try and maneuver out and round. Yeah, it is difficult. It's when they start gathering up like that is when it all goes horribly, horribly wrong. Luckily, the escorts have cleared a path for us, and we'll just wait for the countdown. I don't think we could have survived another 10 seconds there. Okay. Do you want to go with close quarters? Damage taken the last 6 seconds, extra fire rate and experience? Potentially. Steel armor. Reduction in speed. I do want to go for the faster reload on the suspendium cannon. High velocity suspendium. Shots pierce enemies. I think just faster reload. Yeah. Extra accuracy. And I'm just going to I'm going to adopt this doctrine simply because having something is better than not having a doctrine at this stage. When stopped fire rate, we're not really going to do that. Let's go with next. So, we get to fight pirates, we get to fight giant bees, and we get to fight gargoyles, which is hard. I'm going to go with pirates, help the local navy, or we could go with fight them ourselves. Reward is 120 or 400 experience. I don't particularly want to fight them on my own. Let's travel. And look at the convoy we've got going now. And oh, let me get outside of that. Okay. That's a lot of help that we've got, which I do appreciate. But also, that was a lot of enemies there. And let's just go around, see what else we can find. See, there's been mines getting placed. See this thing on the right hand side? That's a mine layer, I believe. Or it won't be mines, it'll be like aerial barrage explosives or something. The whole vulnerability thing is not really something we need on these little things, but it's for when we start taking on the tougher stuff is when we will see the advantage of vulnerability. And I think that is... Are those guys feared? I think they are. Or were. And there we are. Next fight. How much is it to upgrade to the bigger skyboat? 900. Go with better deck gun. Gunnery training once again, just stacking that gunnery training. Scavenger hooks, additional range. I'm going to pick up the armor because I've been sitting that for a while. Let's go with a refresh. Cloud amulet. Minus 30% XP gain. Minus 6% global fire damage. And I don't think I need that. Right, it's dragons or pirates. I mean, reward is 70 generic units of currency or 100 experience for this one. We can do that, or we can do pirates or help the navy out. I mean, we're pretty much going full law and order with this fleet, aren't we? I think, however, I'm going to hunt dragons. Because of something different. Problem is that dragons, well, they fire at you like that. However, Suspendium suspendium cannon away. Oh, okay. Right, okay. I'm struggling here. I'm going to struggle with this one. Okay. Some regret points here. This is bad. This is all kinds of bad. We need our guys to really help out on this one. It doesn't feel like this is going to be a win. I'm going to keep our guns firing as best we can. 20 seconds remaining. Oh no, this is bad. The fire alone is going to kill us, I think. 14 seconds. 12 seconds. Oh yeah, that just appeared out of nowhere. And so did that. We're going to die of fire. Right. That was naughty. Okay. Experimental ammunition. Repaired in the last 4 seconds. We get extra damage and explosion damage. I mean, pretty good. We could go for the spotter plane. Fires stun grenades. Increases ship speed. I think I want to save up for the heavy escort. Close quarters 2, we can go for. And munition, which is extra damage, I'm going to lock that. Repaired in the last 6 seconds, extra ablative armour. I'm going to go with that as well. And do I want to go... I keep looking at like 900 for this upgrade, but every time we take a bit of damage, we get repair. Well, extra fire rate, extra experience gain, extra armour, and if we pick up this, extra damage in general. Let's double down on that. We'll refresh this. Powder monkeys. Reduction in repair speed, but 12% fire rate. Don't think I need that. Refresh again. Full HP, extra fire rate. Let's go with firefighting speed. And reinforced hull. I think we'll pick that. Alright, we have to fight clockwork cubes. Reward random weapon upgrade. Extra 30% scrap value and +1 reputation with the wreckers. I don't have a choice to go elsewhere. I'm not confident on this one, but we'll see what we can do. Standard procedure is to follow wherever the cannon's firing. Because there'll be lots of stuff over there. Doing some donuts here. Hang on. Let's pick up this loot. Need to take them out before they get close. And if we were to fully dig down on our advantages, we would actually want to be taking a little bit of damage all the time to increase our fire rate and armor and things like that. So, yeah, we do technically want to do that. But we're doing okay at the moment. Just if we get swamped is when it's all kinds of wrong. Didn't take any damage on that one. Oh, we've been hit there, and oh, we've been hit a lot. That's a lot. More stuff we can collect. That was close. And we've just been given a random upgrade for the suspendium cannon for doing that. Wow. Ambition pills. Plus 10% fire rate, but minus 25% accuracy. No, I don't think we need that. Weak point elimination. Fire amulet. Can refresh that. There's nothing we're going to get from here, is there? It's going to save the money. Next wave. Okay, so we have clockwork wasps, which has helped the navy again. Or wreckers. After that, we then fight pirates. We're just going to go with the whole... well, pirates or pirates. Going to go clockwork hornets. And we'll help out the navy again. I like helping out the navy. But it'd be interesting to see what other benefits the reputation system like sort of afford us later on. Like, so if you went down cultists, would you get access to like cultist weapons or upgrades, different modules? Would you be able to call in like krakens and or use magic? This is, after all, a early demo, so the possibilities are sort of endless. And I guess the whole point is feedback. That's a dragonfly. That is a lot of damage. And I think this might be game. Yep. We just couldn't get away from it. And It did too much damage. 2 hits. I couldn't have got away from it. The only thing I could have done there is steer towards the repair bay. But, well, who knows if that would have worked anywhere. There you go. That's been a bit of Airships Lost Flotilla checking out the Corvette. It's not bad at all. And that was part of the magic system. So I believe it was that symbol, that symbol, and that symbol. Yeah. Almost certainly there's going to be other things. And if I find out, I'll let you know, and I'll do a follow-up video. Whether it can be another vessel, whether it be enemies, captains, modules, weapons, who knows. Either way, hope you have enjoyed this little look at the Corvette in Airships Lost Flotilla. If you have any tips, comments, suggestions for builds or runs you would like to see, or just want to let me know about something in the game in general, put them in the comments. Hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.